People sometimes seem cold, they might appear distant or perhaps uninterested in connecting with others. This is often a quick judgment. What we perceive initially is not always the full story. We should try to look deeper. This perceived coldness can be a shield. It is a form of emotional protection. Instead, people guard their hearts. They do this for many valid reasons. Think of it like a well-built fortress. The walls are constructed high and strong. They are not built merely to keep everyone out. Their purpose is to protect what is precious inside. Understanding this fundamental difference changes everything. It helps us build bridges, not more walls. Why do we humans build these emotional walls? It often stems from a basic primal instinct. We all want to feel secure. We all want to avoid pain. Emotional pain can be incredibly intense. So, we develop strategies to protect ourselves. These protective walls are not built in a single day. They are constructed slowly, brick by brick. Each difficult experience can add another layer. Every hurt, every disappointment, can make the wall higher or thicker. Fear is a very powerful architect in this process. The fear of being hurt again is a strong motivator. The fear of vulnerability can feel overwhelming. Understanding this origin is the very first step. It helps us see ourselves and others more clearly. Trauma leaves a deep and lasting wound. It fundamentally changes how we perceive the world. It can shatter our sense of safety. After experiencing trauma, trust becomes incredibly hard to extend. We carry invisible scars with us. These scars shape our interactions. Emotional walls are a very common response to trauma. They act as a shield against more potential pain. The mind, in its wisdom, tries to protect itself. It sends a clear message: never again. This becomes a core survival mechanism. If someone has faced significant trauma, their emotional guard will likely be very high. These walls help them manage overwhelming emotions. Healing from trauma is a journey. It takes immense courage. There is no set timeline for healing. Section 4. Echoes of hurt: how rejection and neglect build defenses. Rejection stings. It often feels intensely personal. It can leave us feeling unworthy of love or fundamentally unlovable. These are painful, heavy feelings. They tend to stick with us for a long time. They make us cautious about opening up. Neglect is often an invisible wound. It is characterized by the absence of care, the lack of emotional support or attunement. This profound lack can make us feel deeply alone. Experiences of rejection or significant neglect, particularly during our formative childhood years, teach us to be guarded. We learn that showing our vulnerability is risky. It is a way to cope. Section 5. Reading the signs: recognizing a guarded heart. How can we tell if someone is emotionally guarded? It's not always easy, but there are clues. There are often subtle and not so subtle signs. These signs can manifest in various ways. They might consistently avoid deep or personal conversations. Instead, they steer clear of topics that require vulnerability. They might prefer to keep discussions on a superficial level. This can be a defense mechanism to protect their inner world. They tend to talk about safe external topics, not about their inner feelings, fears, or dreams. Conversations about work, weather, or general events are common. They might also appear overly independent or be extremely reluctant to ask for help, even when they are clearly struggling. This independence can be a sign of not wanting to rely on others. They might frequently say, "I'm fine," or "it's okay," even when, deep down, they are not fine at all. This is often a way to avoid deeper conversations about their true feelings. Trust can be a major hurdle for them. They may find it difficult to open up and trust others, fearing judgment or rejection. They often prefer to rely solely on themselves. This self-reliance can be a way to avoid potential disappointment from others. Other signs can include being intensely private or having very few, if any, truly close friends. They might keep their social circle small and selective. They might be slow to commit in relationships, whether romantic or platonic. This hesitation can stem from a fear of being hurt or let down. The fear of intimacy, of being truly seen, is real. This fear can prevent them from forming deep connections. Recognizing these signs is incredibly important. It allows us to approach them with empathy and patience. When we see them in others, it helps us to be more patient, more understanding. This understanding can foster a supportive environment. This awareness can be the first step towards positive change, towards connection. By recognizing and addressing these signs, we can help create a space where they feel safe to open up. Section 6. Cracking open the door. Gentle steps towards vulnerability. Opening up emotionally can feel incredibly scary, especially when you have been guarded for a long time. The fear of being judged or misunderstood can be overwhelming, but it is possible to take small steps. Start with something manageable. You don't have to dive in head first, just dip your toes in the water. Choose one person you feel relatively safe with, someone you trust, even just a little bit. It could be a friend, a family member, or even a therapist. Share something small, something that doesn't feel too risky. It could be a simple thought or a minor worry. Then notice how it feels. Pay attention to your emotions and physical sensations. Practice self-compassion throughout this process. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel vulnerable. Be exceptionally kind and gentle with yourself. Treat yourself as you would treat a dear friend. Understand that being guarded served a very important purpose. It was a way to protect yourself. Journaling can be a wonderfully safe, private space. It allows you to express yourself without fear of judgment. Use it to write down your feelings, your fears, your hopes, and your dreams. Let the words flow freely. This practice can help you understand yourself better. It can be a mirror reflecting your innermost thoughts. Remember, always remember, vulnerability is not weakness, it is a sign of strength and courage. Section 7. The strength in our shields. Embracing guardedness as wise protection. Being emotionally guarded is not a personal flaw. It is a natural response to the experiences that have shaped you. It is certainly not something to be ashamed of. In fact, it is a reflection of your ability to learn and adapt. In many ways, it is a sign of incredible strength. It shows that you have the courage to protect your heart. It shows that you have protected yourself effectively. You have created boundaries that keep you safe. You have managed to survive difficult, painful things. These experiences have made you stronger and more resilient. This ability to protect oneself is a testament to your resilience, your inner capacity to endure. It is a skill honed through life's challenges. These emotional walls, these shields, were built for a reason. They are the result of your experiences and wisdom. They served a vital, often life-preserving purpose. They allowed you to navigate through life's storms. They helped you navigate treacherous emotional waters. They were your anchor in turbulent times. It is important to acknowledge their role, to appreciate their dedicated service to your well-being. They have been your silent protectors. There is profound wisdom in being discerning. It is a sign of self-respect and self-awareness. Your vulnerability is a precious gift. It is what makes you human and connects you to others. This is your journey, your choice. Embrace it with the knowledge that your guardedness is a form of wisdom and strength.